What's up, Sports-A-Delic? This is Reem. I'm coming at you guys. We're doing it straight up right here. I got Drees, 49er. He's just going to set the record straight on why Dallas is going to get their ass beat. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Come on over here in the studio. Let's see what Drees has to say. Drees.
Yo, what's going on? Doing good.
Let me say good afternoon. I'm doing all right. Let me say good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon.
You doing okay?
I'm doing very well. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I've been watching the playoffs pretty much from the sideline for the better part of 30 years. Mm-hmm. I'm loyal. I'm a Washington fan. We won the division last year at 7-9. That tells you really who we are and what the division is about, right? Especially when you had teams in the AFC with 11 wins that didn't even make the playoffs. This is sad. I think they really do need to look at how they can fix that. That's terrible, in my opinion. Now, the Dallas, Washington, everybody knows that's a rivalry. And when we were the Redskins, it's a natural rivalry. Cowboys against the Indians, right?
Sure.
I don't think people understand that this 49er Dallas is a rivalry as well. A deep one.
Deep one.
It's deep, but then again, we always have these type of sports fans where they don't really be abreast of what's going on. But I'm going to ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you really think you guys going to win?
I do. I'm confident. Very confident.
All right. Now, I just want you to listen to this, okay?
Sure.
The 49ers offense like to play bully ball. But I'm from Harrisburg, where bullies get bullied. There's a bully in every gym. And the only thing you have to do is stand up and fight. And I never back down for a challenge. Now, that's what Michael Parsons had to say. They're all world where they're hanging their whole entire season seemingly on whatever he does. But that's what he said. You guys are bullies, and every bully gets taken down. And I'm from Harrisburg, and we don't run from nothing. So, and then he was really disrespectful because he's like, who is Debo? Very disrespectful young man.
Oh, you shouldn't have did that. You should have did that.
So why don't you just go ahead? First, I want to know, I can tell you why I absolutely despise Dallas. It's never Dallas. It's always the fans.
It's always the fans.
Right. They're so delusional. And every time they seem to have a little spark or a solid defense or got some guys on offense, we're going to the Super Bowl. We gonna kick everybody, and it's like, damn, it's just the second game of the season, and only team that has fans that are just as delusional, I would say, the Falcon fans. And I put out a post and I said, hey, look, I want Dallas or the Falcons to win a Super Bowl as soon as possible, just so I don't have to hear their mouth. At least it'll be real. Because I'm so tired of the delusional shit that I just win it, so at least it'll be real. Because Dallas, the last time they won was in 95. The last time Washington won in 91. And I said, until both of these teams can no longer say the last time we won was in the 19th century, then we need to just stick a fork in it.
But do you really want that, though? Because I think that would give them an even bigger soapbox. That's my thing. Well, see, at least they're going to talk regardless. That's my thing. They're going to talk regardless. So for me, it's we'll just come back with some witty comeback. Like I can only see. My thing is this. I'm a 49er fan. We got 5 championships. Shout out to the Niner Empire, by the way. My thing is this. I just don't have conversations with anybody who just has never won a championship. Any fan whose team has never won a championship, you can't talk to me. You just can't talk to me.
So you just don't interact with the Falcon fans at all, then?
If they initiate junk talk as if they've won something, I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you.
Well, that's what I say to them. Hey, look, you have no football tradition. Win a Super Bowl, just one, because my team has lost more Super Bowls than you all have played in. Get some work done, get some tradition, and then we can have a conversation.
My thing is, go get your big brothers in your division because they can talk junk. You can't. And also on top of that, you got to remember the Atlanta Falcons used to be in our division, so we used to play them twice every year and
beat the brakes off.
Beat the brakes off.
Yeah, I think they were trying to. That's when they were trying to push hard with Billy White Shoes Johnson.
Yeah. Whatever.
But let me ask you this question: what do you think your keys are going to be to winning today?
So again, shout out to the Niner Empire. Shout out to my Spartan Niners, which I'm here. Go right here.
Okay.
I'm a member of the Spartan Niner Empire.
Okay.
It's a booster club here in Atlanta, and shout out to them. It's all love. So that's just the best I'm rocking right now. But
well, perhaps I can get an invitation. Come out, sometime and see how you all dropping it.
Listen, Jimmy's Tequila and Carnes. We have a watch party every Sunday, regardless if because we actually go to games. We travel to games. So if we're not at the games, we're at Jimmy's having a big, huge watch party. So Jimmy's Tequila and Carnes, which is on Peachtree Industrial, I believe. And if you're familiar where Club Oasis is, it's right next door to it. So come on out, rock us. We accept anybody. Come party with us. Even if we play in your squad, come on and rock with us. That's the type of fan base we are. So
that's fair enough. Fair enough. And as you can probably sense, I'm going to talk trash with the best of them.
It's cool.
But as a woman, I did a lot of extra homework. I think it's important that you don't lose ground by just not knowing what you're talking about.
Sure.
And you have women, no disrespect because I support women, but you're going to lose credibility when you can't even name 3 people on the team.
Come on, man.
And then I understand, women, you got to sometimes rep whatever your dude, whoever your dude like, that's who you like.
Right.
And unfortunately, ladies, if you're going to do that, let me just go to my sidebar. Ladies, if you're going to rep the team that your dude is repping, and we see you with 4, 5, 6 jerseys on in one season, you're putting your own body count out there. I just wanted to say that. Okay. Did I go into all that?
Listen, no comment.
That's what it is. I mean, I have seen this happen. I'm like, wait, last week you were Dallas. This week you're the Ravens. Now you're a Jaguar. I mean, so
it's terrible. I know you're talking about the women right now, but I actually see guys doing that. You call yourself a fan of a certain team, and the next week never mind. We're gonna leave that alone.
So, as my father would say, some guys, they tend to have certain tendencies, and we'll leave it at that, right? we'll leave that
one alone. That's a whole nother show. It's a whole nother show.
A whole nother show. Now, go ahead and tell me your keys to beating Dallas today, in your opinion.
So for me, honestly, to be completely honest with you, run the ball. Run the ball. I see the 49ers. And when I reference the 49ers, I usually say us because I feel like I'm a part of the team.
I do too. I'll be playing. I'll be on the field.
Exactly. I feel like what we have to do is run the ball at least 35 to 40 times a game. If we do that, that means we're controlling the clock, 1. And 2, we're establishing our brand of football, which is bully ball. You hear people saying that all the time. 49ers, they like playing bully ball because that's exactly what we do. My personal opinion is we're the most physical team in the NFL, and we will continue to be so because that's our brand of football. So
Dries, I really did feel that the 49ers was trying to go ahead and make an easy decision for Atlanta. I really thought that you guys were trying to deliver a career-ending injury to Matt Ryan. I have some 49er friends, and I'm texting. I'm like, oh my God, what are y'all trying to do? And I know the organization would have been like, yes, because that way they could kind of get up from under that contract, do some kind of injury settlement, and get. But it really, I don't know how the man got out of there for real. You know, because you always bringing the wood. That's true.
Our pass rush is ferocious, and that's our second key. You asked me what I think the key to the game was. One is run the ball. Two, we got to get to Dak, because how Dak goes, so goes their whole team. And I mean, even on defense, his play even affects them on defense, because it's all about. So if the Cowboys, from what I understand, they're not very good with playing from behind. But if they jump out early on you, it's going to be tough sledding, because obviously their offense is explosive. So they have very dynamic receivers, very dynamic.
Well, Dak has proven, and this is what the Cowboy fans, this is the reality they don't live in. Dak is phenomenal against teams that are 500, sub 500 teams. He was a 4th round draft pick for a reason. By all accounts, when you look at his bank account, he's done well, all things considered. But there's still throws on the football field that he can't make. He can't throw into tight windows, especially, on the move. He'll hit one every 10 out of every 10. But if you get him off that X, you got him. If you let him sit back there in that player zone, he got you. That's just it. And you're right. So goes Dak. So goes the team. And then let me
add one thing too, Rim. You said that he has problems with zone. Well, guess what? Our team is a zone cover 3 defense. So we predominantly play zone. So that's another thing that I'm confident in as far as executing the game plan with our team. Is I'm confident that we can put some kind of wrinkles in there to kind of get Dak off his mark. Granted, our secondary, go ahead.
He's a zone buster unless that zone has the moving parts. Like when you start coming to the line, going back, running over here, and then if he's getting pressure, that's when he never sees the underneath guy. He'll try to force the ball down the field. And then in the back of his mind, he's had some serious injuries here, and he's trying to feel that pain. But if Bosa start to eat, it's going to be a long day.
And he's going to eat. I promise you that. Thing about it is, I think the key to this match is it's going to be our defensive line against their offensive line and vice versa. So obviously, the Dallas Cowboys have a real solid defensive line as well. On the outside, at least. They have very good pass rushers, elite pass rushers. Their inside is a little soft. But, see, Micah Parsons, though, he kind of balances that out because, see, Micah Parsons, he can play off-ball linebacker. That's his position. But, I mean, he does have, 12, 13 sacks on the year from a linebacker position. And he's not even a full-time pass rusher. But the thing with him is he's like a unicorn. He moves all around the field, and that can kind of supplement their weakness on the inside. Say, for instance, if they do like a off-ball middle linebacker blitz or something like that, they have him in the middle and they'll send him right up. That can cause wrinkles as far as our pass protection. So what we have to do is, and what our coaches does a very good job of doing, is identifying who's the key player on their defense. And what he likes to do is put them on an island and forces them to make decisions. So what we have to do in terms of slowing down their pass rush is obviously be anchors on the outside with our tackles, which, I mean, we got the best tackle in the league in Trent Williams, so I'm not worried about his side.
Hey, he came from Washington. He came from Washington.
Appreciate it.
I love him. And
appreciate that.
Future Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Absolutely. First ballot. Absolutely.
And I don't think they're not going to put Parsons over there because I've not
No.
ever seen Trent Williams get dogged out. Every now and then he may hold, every now and then, but I've not seen anyone dominate. In fact, they always opposite of him.
Yeah.
Because of his ability.
Yeah.
But you definitely make some good points.
But the thing that I'm confident in is, okay, so my strength lies in the fact that we're battle tested. I mean, look at our division alone. I mean, we got the Rams, we got the Cardinals, who are both playoff teams, and then we got the Seahawks, who just were in the playoffs last year, and they're no slouch. We lost both games that we played this year to Seattle, both games. So our division, all our teams are basically powerhouses. So for me, you got to think about it. Playing two games each from each team, that's 6 games already being battle tested. We also played Green Bay this year. Of course, we lost a close one to Green Bay. We just got done playing the Bengals a couple of weeks ago, beat them. You know what I mean? So my thing is this: we're battle tested. We played the Eagles, who are another playoff team. Granted, they're not as they're
coming from my
division. They're not as formidable as the other teams, but and you'll hear Dallas talking about how they beat up on the Eagles, but they play the deep team. We ain't even worried about all that. But my thing is, the 49ers are battle tested this year. We know how to win when our backs are against the wall. We know how to turn it up when we need to, and also what I pound the table on is the fact that we play physical smash mouth football. We literally play bully ball.
Well, that's what Parsons said that, and he said, it's a bully. Stand up to the bully, and usually
I got something to say about that though. Usually the ones talking about standing up to the bullies are the ones being bullied. So check your heart, bro. Check your heart of your team.
Oh my God, Parsons, wherever you are, I hope you're not listening to this. Jesus,
yeah, it's all good. It's all love. Hey, I already said that he's a great player. So,
he is.
But
I'm going to say
one man ain't gonna beat the whole team. That's all
I know from my experience with Chase Young, and independent of his injury, tearing his ACL, he didn't have any sacks. He got his first sack like the same game that he got hurt. 8 games into the season. Yeah. I'm going to say Parsons appears to be great. And I'm saying that because when there's no game film on someone, see, I played basketball at every level. When you don't really know what's coming at you, it's a little harder to defend. Now, watch next year. I don't anticipate him having an all-world season because he's going to be accounted for. He's going to be schemed against. And then now he's going to have to. Now, if he steps up his game after they've been accounting for you, then he's going to be great. So right now, the jury's still out. He appears to be. Now, Debo, I got tired of. Look, Debo played the Gamecocks, South Carolina Gamecocks. When I tell you he torched my Tigers, we may have won the game, but God knows he just killed us. He had one game, 210 yards.
Wow.
Diggs is unique from the standpoint of Dallas fans want to fancy him as a shutdown guy.
Absolutely not.
Shutdown, but he leads the league in giving up yards. He leads the league, the only cornerback that has given up over 1,000 yards. That's not shutdown. Mm-hmm. Like when
he's just in the right place at the right time. He takes advantage of opportunities, and he's done it the most out of any cornerback this year. But I mean, when you're giving up, like you said, as many yards as he has, that's not shutdown. I think I saw a poll. They rank you position wise. I think he might be second to last or something at the cornerback position. I think that's what I saw. Don't quote me on this, but he's definitely in the bottom tier as far as cornerback play is concerned. When you talk about all these different stats, Pro Football Focus and all these other next gen stats, the companies that actually follow the performance of the players, you have 11 interceptions, but how many plays are you on the field each game? And what are you doing the rest of those plays? You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing about the Dallas defense. They're boom or bust. They'll turn the ball over on you. They'll turn the ball over. They'll get the ball back. But overall, they're just a little soft, especially in the middle.
Well, I think you just helped me come up with what I'm going to title this video: Dallas defense, boom or bust. So I like that.
I love it.
Right, so we're gonna go there. Yeah. Now, before we get out of here, because I know you got to get to the scene, get to the tailgate. If you're not successful, why? What can't happen? What can't happen, Drees?
Well, let's see.
We know Garoppolo has to not turn the ball over.
I mean, that's a given. Jimmy can't turn the ball over. That's number one. I don't think against this Cowboys team who has a very explosive offense, we can't get off to a slow start. Now, granted, our defense, which is a major strength of our team, top 3 in the league, matter of fact, let me throw that out there. Our defense, we have the ability to, make stops and do things like that. But my thing is, I don't think that's a winning formula if you're just trying to rely on your defense. I think you still have to be the aggressor, and especially early on in a game like this where you're talking about 2 potentially explosive offenses. Because the 49ers, I believe our offense is top 7 as well. So Dallas might be number 1 or 2. I believe they're number 1, and then we're number 7. So our offense is no slouch either now. And I think a real reason that we can say that is because of the fact that we control tempo by running the ball. So if we can run the ball, obviously that sets up Kyle Shanahan's whole playbook, and he can really open up and do whatever he needs to do. We're big on play action. So if we're controlling the tempo by running the ball, it's going to keep the defense on their toes. And that's going to open up the passing lanes, which Jimmy's just can get back there and pick teams apart. And we've seen him do it already. He just has to not turn the ball over.
I'm gonna say this. There's one guy. there's one guy that knows exactly how to beat Dallas, and that's Shanahan. People forget that Shanahan was our offensive coordinator in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he does not fear anything coming out of Dallas.
No.
But here's what I wanted to say. Thank you for coming on, representing your team. It's always hard to really find Dallas folks who want to bring it to the big screen. They just want to rah, rah, rah. But when it's time to come say, why do you think? Because deep down inside, I don't know that they believe. I think it's going to be a great game, what playoff football is supposed to be about. I'm looking forward to tuning in. Now, I'm going to ask you, who do you got? Tampa Bay, Philly. Who do you got?
I just don't think Philly has the complete package or firepower to beat Tampa. Now, I would love for them to win. I would love for Philly to beat Tampa because I'm just tired of Tom Brady winning, honestly.
Yeah,
I respect him. He's one of the greatest of all time. He's won the most Super Bowls out of any quarterback. But
yeah, he's like Michael Jordan.
Joe Montana's the greatest.
Really?
He's undefeated. He's won 4 Super Bowls and he's undefeated. He's never lost.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it's like, how you got just tired of seeing Michael Jordan win. That's how I am with Brady. I'm just tired. He's going everywhere and winning too. But again, I want you to enjoy, your tailgate. Now, if you all get blasted off the field, I'm bringing you back here because you're going to have to explain to me what happened. Okay.
I'm cool with that. See, one thing about my journey as a football player and as a fan, you got to be able, if you're going to talk the talk, when that time comes when you lose, you got to man up. So that's a life lesson.
You got to walk the walk.
That's a life lesson too for y'all out there. Straight up.
Well, like I said, thank you. And I appreciate you, and make sure you get this content out, to your group, and I'll be talking to you soon. Okay.
Sounds good. Appreciate you having me, Rima. Listen, all Niner fans out there, if y'all want to come rock with us, view parties every Sunday when we're playing. It's at Jimmy's Tequila and Carnes. The address is 6365 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard in Doraville. It's right next to Club Oasis. So come rock with us. We got you. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Go Niners.
All right. I like that. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.